What a great to start to that Soulcast. The
Yeah,
Soulcast, season 3, episode. What is this?
13.
lucky
Wow.
number 13.
Yeah. Episode 53 in total.
Um, well, we got a couple things going on. Cue the music. There it is. Last week with us.
Yeah.
Phil, what are you gonna do? What's happening to you? Where are you going? Why is it your last week with us?
Yeah, so last summer I took the first part of a sabbatical that I was really grateful to be able to take just a chunk of. And I'm going to finish it off this summer. And both times I've been working on this writing project that I've been kind of excited about, and it's now taking even more shape. Some of you may remember the Reverend Canon Alyssa Newton, who has come down and preached with us for stewardship. We swapped with vestry and bishops committee retreat leadership. And so she and I are writing what looks like it's going to turn into a book called The Congregation is the Future, Vital Practices for Christian Communities. And so,
title.
yeah, I know, right? Pretty bold. So anyways, it's super exciting. We have finished our introduction and our first chapter, and then the kind of proposal, and that's out there, and looks like it's getting some traction. And so I'm really hopeful that I can take this time away this summer to really work on the 12 characteristics of healthy congregations. And I'm just really grateful for the time and space to be able to do that. So I can write from anywhere. So Sarah and the boys and I will be cruising up the California coast from San Diego to Santa Cruz over the course of some time, and I'll just be working away and taking some time to rest and reflect.
This sounds exciting.
I am excited. It actually is the kind of exciting where, honestly, like when I sent out the proposal, it was the kind of exciting where I felt like I was going to throw up, because it was like, wow, this actually, when you have to put something down on the page that you really believe in, and then everybody else gets to look at it and go, meh, or that's totally wrong, or whatever, then it takes on a different shape and a different feeling, especially a book like this, when so many people are like, Christian congregations are over, there's no hope, there's no purpose. And Alyssa and I feel differently about that. And so we're going to start sharing stories, not just from All Souls in St. Columbus, but actually from congregations across the country that are finding new life.
Ooh, interesting.
Mm-hmm. And so while I'm gone, a few things. One is that in previous sabbaticals, All Souls, we've been fortunate to have some really interesting and very skilled humans come from the outside to be with All Souls. This time we're going to have interesting and skilled humans from the inside be with All Souls while I'm gone. And so this actually came, All Soulsians, was a request of these two people in particular. Emily and Maggie felt like, you know what? Give us a little bit of help and we got this. And I thought, you know what? You totally do. So Michael Lemaire, the Reverend Michael Lemaire, is going to take on at least a day a week around All Souls, pastoring and preaching and other things. Our admin, Annie Rouser, is going to take up some of the extra space so that Emily and Maggie won't have as much of the admin work to worry about. And I'm actually really excited because, one, Emily's had some time away and is, from my perspective, refreshed and kind of ready for this next chapter. And Maggie, you get a chance to actually experience All Souls with people in it.
Yeah, so I feel like it's my first day all over again.
Right? And so get me out of the way and you can really get to know folks.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyway, we'll miss you, Phil, on your sabbatical.
Well, that's sweet. Thank you. So this last Sunday, we had our first 11:15 on Pentecost, and I would love to know your guys' experience of it. What I will say for myself was I was on like a high that lasted from being with people and hearing the choir and being able to give and receive communion together. I mean, it was the baptisms, it was incredible. And so I'm glad I got to be a part of that before I get out the door for the sabbatical. And at the same time, I'm kind of already missing it because it just was so good. And so I'm going to miss being there and doing that together. But I'm sure it'll be really fun. So, what was this past Sunday like for the two of you?
I appreciated getting heckled right out of the gate, my first day.
Oh, yeah, that was good.
Yeah, lighting the candles. It wasn't not doing a great job. It was a high stress environment, but I appreciated that. I was like, okay, I feel like I've become welcomed. I was also like, I was feeling kind of nervous, like before the service, the 11:15 specifically, it's been kind of like just really quiet. And I was in the sacristy and I could hear all these people coming in and I was excited, but I was also like, but then once we got through like the first like opening everything, I felt like very at ease and it felt really natural and good. So just overall good experience. And it was like really sweet seeing a lot of people. I met some people for the first time, which was really exciting.
And what happened for the first time?
Oh, I did my first baptisms ever in my entire 4 years of ordained ministry. So that was exciting.
Emily, how about you?
I walked away a little more exhausted than I thought I would be. Just like everybody came with a lot of big feelings. But for me, I think I didn't know that Megan and Simone were coming. And so it was fun to walk in and see my family there and to be in church with my family. Simone got to watch the baptism and I could see her through the crowd and she was just like really in it. And having watched other kids watch baptisms and watch their faces to get to watch my own kid was really special. And so it was really fun to get to be her parent in that space again.
I also, like, along those lines, I just kept seeing these just really beautiful moments of intergenerational relationship, and where else does that happen?
Yeah.
In this culture where you have octogenarians giving grief to teenagers, it reminded me of why church can be such a special place, and seeing and absorbing that day was like, oh yeah, this particular place is a pretty good example of church.
Yeah, was the like thing from Augustine of Canterbury. It's like not the place that makes the things special, but the things that make the place special.
I think you're right, Maggie. This was one of those days where it was like, oh, that's some of the things that make All Souls the place it is.
Yeah.
And you too can join in the fun this coming Sunday.
How would I do that?
You can go to our website. There's on the left-hand column at the very bottom, there's a register for in-person services, and you can come to our 9 o'clock outdoors or 11:15 indoors.
Great. What if I want to go to either a Bible study or this class on reparations I've been hearing so much about?
Then you can go to the parish hall or see Zoom for the link, or you can show up downstairs in the chapel or chime in on Zoom. And all that information is on the virtual formation tab on our homepage.
Great.
So much to do and see Sunday mornings.
So many options. Yeah.
Just a brief note about children's formation. We are on a 2 weeks break from children's formation, and we'll pick back up again the Sunday after the parish picnic, which is June 6th. So we'll continue children's ministry at 10:10 in the courtyard on June 13th. More on the parish picnic from Phil.
Excellent. So we have a history of doing parish picnics. I think I shared this with Emily a while back, but this is part of the history of All Souls, Maggie. Back in the 1970s, we also did parish picnics up in Tilden Park. One time I talked about this with somebody who's now, probably in their 50s, who attended All Souls at the time. Like, their family's been going to All Souls forever, and their memory of a parish picnic in Tilden Park was it happened right next door to the lesbian top optional softball league.
Yes. Like my kind of parish picnic.
So, Berkeley has changed.
That would be hard. I would be like, I think I'm double booked here. I don't know if I can.
So, but the parish picnic this year, we're not quite sure where it's going to be yet because we're trying to figure out whether or not East Bay Regional Parks, how much space they've got, but it will be either in Tilden or in Cordonesis, and we'll find that out in the days to come. But
And also, it won't be the actual service this year. It's just going to be the picnic. So we'll have the 11:15 service, and then from here, we'll go off to picnic somewhere.
So that's the parish picnic coming up on the 6th. Do we have a date for Big Sur so people can get that on their calendar?
Yes. It is July 16th through the 18th.
Awesome. So if you have not been to Big Sur before, it's a camp out that we do together as a congregation, somewhere between 35 and 50 of us, depending on the year. It's right on the Big Sur River. An Episcopal church, All Saints in Carmel, has this as a private campground. Super beautiful. There's a jumping rock. You can borrow or rent some float tubes to float down the river. It's close to lots of great hiking. And just a really amazing chance to be able to be in community together, out of doors, in the midst of redwoods and all the beauty. And so you can sign up in the next couple of weeks, but just put that on your calendar now, because if you like to camp out, you like to be together, this is perfect.
It's a cool trip.
I'm really looking forward to it. I have one more thing, Emily, which I just forgot about until just now, is if you may have received this postcard in the mail, or something. Well, it would be this postcard. There were not two versions. And we have some left over that are pre-stamped for your convenience. So we're going to leave these in the narthex. And if you're there at the 11:15 or at the 9 o'clock service and you want to pick one up and drop it in the mail to someone that you think like could benefit from visiting our church and being a part of what we're trying to do here, we encourage you to pick one of those up and send it to a friend or a family member that lives, somewhat in the nearby area, and invite them to church or just say hello. So these will be available to you, pre-stamped.
Cool. They'll be in the narthex, you said?
The narthex, yes.
Awesome. Okay.
All right, time to cue Aretha.
I think so.
Okay, well, I'm gonna miss this. I'm gonna miss you guys.
Yeah, we're gonna miss you.
Miss you all, soul news. But I shall return. No, for reals. No.
I know.
Like, sometimes there's this thing with Sabbatical where like, oh, and they're gonna come, they know. I'm here.
Bye.
Bye.